what are some projects that you're working on?
This year I I recorded Schubert's Last Piano Sonata in B flat, and that is a piece of music that I've been living with for a few years, and it's just amazing. So I love Schubert. I've also been playing quite a bit of Philip Glass's music. He composed a piano concerto for me a couple of years ago, and I performed that a lot in the past few years. And then I've been playing some of his solo piano music as well, and so that has been a new path for me because I never played any of his music before. Um, I also during this past 6 months or so um, was working with the composer Richard Danielpour, and he composed a quite spectacular piece of music that's called An American Mosaic, and it's quite long. It's like almost an hour, and he composed it for me this summer, and so I was working on that a lot and recorded that. And I'm playing quite a bit of Bach as well. I'm doing preparing various keyboard concertos. And I'll be playing next week. I'm going to be recording like a concert, like a virtual concert with the New Jersey Symphony, where I'm going to play one of the Bach keyboard concertos. And the other, what else am I doing? A bunch of other things, but yeah, I've been pretty busy, but not a lot of things that are not Bach.
Other than your performing career and teaching career, that you actually do a lot of community-based activities with kids.
My mother used to be an early childhood teacher, and then she became a consultant who she now works with teachers, and she's written a lot about early childhood. She wrote a book about play and in early childhood, and so I grew up with a mother who was absolutely passionate about young children and about their creativity, and and my husband is also a teacher. He teaches fourth and fifth grades, 9 and 10-year-olds. So I've always had a very natural connection to young children. I really like elementary school aged children. And I think that they tend to be very open to all sorts of experiences. They're not jaded yet, you know. Everything is new, and so I've always enjoyed playing for children and talking about the music with them. But what I didn't used to like was I did not like going into a big auditorium in a school and playing for 200 or 300 children at once, because I felt that it always felt very remote and hard to control and just not personal enough. And so a few years ago, I started this program, a very loose kind of program, which I call Bach packing, where I had this idea that if I could put a piano in a backpack and go into a classroom, that would be ideal. And so what I do is I go into classrooms, and if they don't have pianos, then I bring a digital keyboard with me. And the children sit on the floor in a circle or near me, very close to me. And I play for them and talk to them about the music and do lots of sort of interactive exercises to get them to hear counterpoint, to understand different things that are taking place in the music that they're listening to, and get them involved. They sing, they do all sorts of rhythmic games, and most presenters where I perform, they've heard that I do this, and so they organize visits to their local elementary schools. So I've been doing this all over the country, and even in Europe, and in Asia I've done it. So I think it's really lovely to connect with children that way.
Now, how you're doing during this pandemic?
All of my concerts were canceled. A few of them became remote concerts, but almost all of them have been are being rescheduled for the future. Um, and in the beginning, in the spring, I found it very frightening, the whole experience. And you know, I live in New York City, and it was really not doing well. And so for the first time in my life, I did not feel like I wanted to play the piano, and I just barely played, and I couldn't focus. It was really horrible, and it was nice to be with my family. I did like that, and it was strangely nice to have the quiet of the city became so quiet, but it was also eerie and unsettling. And then after the first, you know, after those first couple of months, 3 months, my producer, my record producer, actually convinced me that we could record in my room at home, which I had never done. You know, I've always recorded in concert halls. And I think that his encouragement to do that motivated me into getting back to the piano. And we recorded an album, which I called Character of Quiet. And it has a few etudes by Glass and the Schubert Sonata. And I think doing that really changed my how I felt, and I I really enjoyed playing that. It was really special to record that album. And then I started practicing again, and I've been teaching much more. I teach at Manus in New York, and usually I have 3 students because I'm on the road so much that I can't have more than that. But I took on 8 students this year, so I'm a little concerned what's going to happen when I start touring again. But right now, they're keeping me busy, and the whole school is remote. So actually, 5 of them are living in Asia. So I've never met them, which is amazing. And I teach them through Zoom, and I have to teach them, you know, at night, which is different for me. And I've been busy with different live stream concerts that I prepared for, and I've never spent this much time with my husband and my dog. I think she's going to be just so upset when I start touring again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.